No tak, znowu straszny dźwięk. Znowu dziwny symbol w miejscu, w którym znaleziono zwłoki. No i przy okazji mamy mały klucz. No i w sumie można się było spodziewać, że to klucz się tu błyszczał, bo na filmiku wprowadzającym do tego rozdziału było właśnie widać ten klucz.
This must be the thing that glittered at the bottom.
Tak, mamy klucz Henry'ego zapewne.
A symbol similar to that from the tower wall. Strange. A new symbol beside another corpse. A symbol. Strange.
Okej, to samo mówisz już. No to róbmy zdjęcie.
I'll take a picture of it, just like the first symbol.
Tak, zrób zdjęcie. A. Wcale go nie ująłeś, ale powiedzmy, że zrobiłeś. Co, to chyba wszystko. O, nawet już się nie podświetla. Ale można tutaj się zbliżyć obraz cały czas. Dobra, w takim razie
It was lying on the bottom of the fountain, covered in mud.
tak. No to zapewne coś w legowisku Henry'ego to otwiera. Ale pójdziemy tam po tym, jak pogadamy z pozostałymi mieszkańcami Black Mirror. Gdzie jest Wiktoria? Nie siedzi już na swoim tronie. Może w bibliotece jest. Albo w swoim pokoju. A, tu jest. No to pogadajmy z nią.
What happened to Henry is awful. First William, and now... Henry liked to drink, but other than that, he was a good man.
I'm sorry, Victoria.
I would like to be alone now. Do you need anything, Samuel?
O, tylko jedno. Doktor Herman.
Dr. Herman, the physician, does he live in Willow Creek?
No, some time ago he moved into an abandoned house near the old mill. It is quite close on the road to Willow Creek. The only house far and wide.
Yes, I remember where that is. Thanks.
Please excuse me now, Samuel.
O, wydaje mi się, że trzeba było z nią pogadać, żeby się dowiedzieć, gdzie Herman mieszka. Chyba bez tego byśmy się do niego nie mogli udać. Dobra, jeszcze został Robert. Chyba tylko on. O, jest coś, jakaś nowa gazeta?
Today's newspaper. I don't want to read it.
Szkoda. No, to Robert niech otwiera.
I need a word with you, Robert.
Yes, but I am quite busy at the moment.
I won't keep you long.
Yes, I'm listening.
Tak, znowu pogadajmy przez drzwi. No, tylko jeden temat znowu.
Did you speak with Collier?
Yes, he detained me for over half an hour with those questions of his.
So, what do you think about all of this?
Me? Collier's theory seems logical to me. I do not believe anyone would want to kill Henry. Henry drank himself to senselessness many times before, but this time he was unlucky enough to fall into the pond. Cold water certainly had something to do with the body's condition. Being a physician, I can certainly attest to that.
You're probably right.
Is there anything else you want to talk about? I have a lot of work to do today.
O, nowe tematy. Powiedz o swojej pracy w takim razie. Co takiego pilnego masz?
You have mentioned often since I arrived that you have a lot of work. So, what are you working on?
Oh, I would rather not bother you with the details. Let's just say I am carrying out specific research. Perhaps I will tell you more about it tomorrow, when I have some time. I need to leave for Ashbury this evening to check on some results.
Oh, all right.
No i znowu był błąd tłumaczenia. powiedział, że musi się udać dopiero do tego Ashbury dzisiaj, a było powiedziane, że ma stamtąd wyjść. No, on wychodzi dzisiaj z Black Mirror, zdaje się. Victoria.
Victoria is not willing to talk to me right now. Maybe you should talk to her instead.
You need to consider her age, Samuel. She just needs some time to herself. I'll talk to her in the evening.
I will go now.
All right. Feel free to come back if you need anything, Samuel.
Mówisz, że pogadasz z nią wieczorem, a przecież wieczorem mówiłeś też, że wychodzisz. No to się zdecyduj.
I can't leave now.
Co? Ja chciałem się przenieść szybko po prostu na zewnątrz. Za pomocą mapy. No, ale nie możemy wyjść pewnie dlatego, że jeszcze musimy przeszukać szklarnię. Bo mamy ten kluczyk, coś tam musi otworzyć. Może ten list, który potrzebujemy, się tam znajdzie. O, rozdrabniacz można znowu obejrzeć.
It's full of rainwater. It will have to be cleaned before it can be used again.
Żadnej krwi tym razem. Tam jeszcze coś było. Tak, fajna muzyka się włączyła. Ale tutaj coś jeszcze jest. Wory, worki. Aha, to chyba jednak nie będzie nic ważnego.
The leaves will begin to rot soon. The bags are soaked badly. Perhaps Henry forgot to burn the leaves. Who will take over his job now that this thing has happened?
No, może ty. Muzyka już nie leci. Obrazek.
The Black Mirror Castle.
Nic nowego. Mały stolik.
Cans of paint and a tin with brushes lying on it. Only painter stuff, nothing else.
Okej. Kosz.
It's full of dry leaves. Nothing but leaves.
No dobra. Szafka. Czyżby otwarta? Otwarta. O, to pudełeczko jakieś jest. Może pudełeczko jest zamknięte. Poza nim to nic kliknąć nie możemy chyba. O nie, jest piersiówka.
It's closed and probably full of whiskey. Henry hid it here so as not to carry it. It's locked.
Ale mamy klucz.
A letter. It's addressed to Victoria.
Do Wiktorii? List? Jak to?
Madam, please regard this letter as one from an anonymous friend. One of your servants is not whom he pretends to be. You may find it interesting that he is an ex-prisoner.
And a thief. On several occasions, I watched him sneak quietly into the castle cellar using the old back door. I saw that person take away several bottles of some of the best vintages of your wine that you value so much. No doubt, some of your other valuables have also gone astray. I decided to write you this letter to prevent further stealing. The person's name is Morris.
Henry meant to blackmail Morris. I am curious as what Morris will tell me about this.
No faktycznie ciekawe. Ale trochę tak wątpię, by Wiktoria nie podejrzewała, że to jest od Henry'ego, bo on tutaj się podpisuje jako anonim. Tak. No raczej łatwo zgadnąć, kto w takim małym gronie by Morrisa tutaj uczerniał.
Some papers and a few coins. The bill isn't here. Where could he have put it?
A myślałem, że weksel właśnie będzie w tym pudełeczku. No dobra, to może Morris mu zabrał w takim razie.
It's full of clean water. I don't want to water anything.
A to też jest świetne. Konewka była przetłumaczona jako puszka.
They're empty, ready for planting in.
Jeszcze jedna szuflada.
Gardening tools and small tubes with fertilizer. I can't see a bill of exchange anywhere. Where could Henry have put it? There is nothing interesting in the drawer.
Na pewno nic. O, nasiona.
Seeds of some plants, maybe beans.
O, ciekawe, że można było kliknąć, ale dobra, tu nic nie ma. Coś jeszcze da się kliknąć? Myślałem, że ten weksel tutaj znajdziemy. No, ale w takim razie jedynym tropem pozostaje Morris. No i ewentualnie możemy zobaczyć, czy nie ma poczty. Może jakiejś skrzynka na listy.
It's empty.
No tak, pusto. W takim razie... No bo w sumie na pewno gdzieś w tej okolicy jest ten weksel. Wątpię, by gdzieś dalej zawędrował. No ale jak Morris nie będzie wiedział, to, to będzie problem. Tak. Zastaw to imadło.
Yes, sir.
O, odcisk buta można spytać.
I took a look around the fountain.
Sir, why would you bother with such a thing? Why not just leave it up to that detective?
Well, I can't help suspecting something's wrong about all of this. 2 unfortunate accidents in such a short time?
You said it, sir. They are accidents. Henry just got drunk as a stone, and this time his luck ran out.
Maybe. But never mind. I have come because of something else. I found a footprint in the mud by the fountain's rim.
But that's nothing strange. There must be lots of footprints there.
Well, this one is fresh and much deeper than the other ones. The person who left it there must have limped badly or been carrying something very heavy.
Are you suggesting it's mine? Well, why couldn't it be yours? It's mostly me who walks around the garden, and the footprint is probably from the morning I found him.
Maybe.
Sir, I told you I was home the whole evening. I've got no idea what happened that night.
How do you know that it was nighttime?
If I answer that now, could we stop returning to the subject?
We shall see.
I heard it from Dr. Herman when he was speaking with Collier.
What else were they talking about?
I was not really listening. I just overheard a couple sentences as I was walking by. Can I go now, sir?
All right. I'll ask Dr. Herman myself. Maybe I'm suspicious of him unnecessarily. But maybe not. I'll go see Dr. Herman and find out what he knows about that footprint.
Kolejna rzecz się nam odkryła. Ciekawe.
Morris, I know you've been stealing wine from our cellars.
Me, sir? Who told you that?
No one told me. I'd read it in a letter that Henry wrote to Victoria. So what do you say about that?
Well, I only took a few bottles, sir. I swear. There's such a lot of them in there, I thought nobody would notice. It won't happen again, I promise. Will you give me that letter, sir?
All right, Morris. But I'm going to be watching you. Here it is.
Tak łatwo się go pozbyliśmy. Myślałem, że go wykorzystamy lepiej.
I will go then.
All right, sir.
No, myślałem, że zabrał mu ten weksel i za ten list nam odda weksel. Skąd się brało ten weksel? No dobra, to zobaczmy, czy da się... O! Da się wyjść. Da się wyjść bez weksla. Może u Hermana w jego osobistych rzeczach. W sensie zabrał ciało ze sobą Henry'ego. To może i w jego osobistych rzeczach, jeśli ma je ze sobą tam, będzie ten weksel. O! O wilku mowa.
Oh, Mr. Gordon. I would wish you a nice day, but that is not what it is today. To what do I owe you a visit?
Well, you told me yesterday to come over.
Let us not discuss things outside in the rain. Please follow me. Better, is it not? Do you mind going down to the morgue with me? I have a lot of work to do. We can speak there.
Not a problem. Let's go.
Watch out for the steps. There's not much light in here, and the dampness can make your footing dangerous.
Jak miło zaprosił nas do kostnicy. I nawet Henry do nas dołączył. Tak, umyj rączki.
So, what would you like to know?
Może zacznijmy od tej najbardziej świeżej sprawy, czyli o tych śladach stóp.
Dr. Herman, I'd like to ask you about something in connection with Henry's death.
Mr. Gordon, it was my impression that this affair is currently being investigated by Detective Collier. Is that so?
This affair, as you call it, happened in my garden. I have every right to be interested in it.
All right. What do you want to know?
I found a footprint right next to the fountain. It was quite deep and very recent.
Yes, we noticed it. Collier made a record of it in his papers. I do not know what else I can tell you.
Did you notice something odd about it?
What do you mean?
The person who left that footprint either limped or had been carrying something quite heavy.
You have an eye for detail, Gordon. That is exactly what Collier said.
So?
The trouble is, there are footprints all over the place, and they most probably all belong to your groom. What is his name again?
Morris?
Yes. You can exclude that one, though, if you thought of him as a potential murderer. Let me tell you why.
I'm listening.
I should not be telling you this, but it is your business in a way, too, so... I have been doing autopsies for over 15 years, and I have never seen anything like this before. Something seemed odd to me the very moment we dragged him out of the pond. His skin was entirely white. You see, I know what the body of a drowned man looks like even after a month, but this was different. He looked as if he did not have a single drop of blood left in his body.
Maybe it was in the water.
Impossible, Gordon. I told you I know what a drowned man looks like. I have not mentioned this to Collier, however. He would think I am going mad. I need to prove my theory first.
So what have you found out?
Exactly what I expected. No blood. Not a single drop of it anywhere. As though something squeezed the life out of him, like the juice from an orange, and disposed of its skin in that fountain. This is not like anything I have ever witnessed.
I'm not a doctor, but I can see it's more than strange.
This is not strange, Gordon. It is flat out impossible. Even if someone deliberately wanted to extract all of his blood, there would still be some remaining in the organs and muscles.
So what's your opinion now?
I have no theories yet as to what my conclusions should be. I have no sensible explanation for what I found, but so far, nothing is indicative of a violent death.
Thanks for telling me this, Dr. Herman.
Listen, no one except the two of us is aware of this fact, and I would prefer it to remain that way, for now. When you speak to Collier, do not tell him anything. I will tell him myself when the timing is appropriate.
Understood. I'll say nothing. You can take my word for it. Now that is truly weird.
No, bardzo dziwne jest to, co powiedział dr Herman. No ale cóż, badamy sprawę dalej. Co jeszcze o Henrym powiesz?
I spoke with Detective Collier about Henry's death.
It was inevitable that he would end this way. He was a lost cause.
What do you mean?
Well, it certainly was not the first time something happened to that man after he drank himself into a stupor. I know this well because it was I who had to restore him to normalcy after the other bouts. It was not usually serious. However, on this occasion, he overestimated his capacity for drink for the last time.
This is rather awkward, but you see, Henry had something important that belongs to me. I have looked just about everywhere and have not found it. So it occurred to me that he might have had it with him, and that you...
So, what is this it supposed to be?
Actually, it's just a small piece of paper, but it's very important. Otherwise, I would not ask you.
You want me to search his personal belongings?
I would be grateful if you would do that, Doctor.
Gordon, that parcel is part of the evidence. I cannot just remove something and give it to you until the police have completed their investigations.
But that something was mine.
No matter. Until the case is officially closed, I cannot even show you any of those things.
I understand. Thank you, Doctor. At least I know where that blasted bill of exchange is.
No dobra, to już wiemy, gdzie faktycznie jest ten weksel. I nie będzie łatwo go zdobyć. Jak widać. No, zaoferuj pieniądze nie zadziała. To można się domyślić, ale weźmy, spróbujmy.
Doctor, do you think you could go outside for a moment so I could have a look around? I could forget my wallet on the table when you return.
Excuse me? If I had not known your family for so long, I would be offended. Look, I can see where you're coming from. I already told you the parcel has to stay sealed until the investigation is over. So forget it.
No tak, ale się nie obraził. No dobra, ale jeszcze się umawialiśmy na to, że dasz nam rzeczy Williama, czy coś takiego? Albo coś więcej o nim powiesz chyba, o.
I have returned as per our conversation yesterday. This won't take long. I would only like to ask a couple of questions.
Let me guess. This is about William, right?
Yes. You mentioned some bad burns on his body.
On the chest area, to be more specific. Yes.
So?
So, what?
When we talked yesterday, you said you would tell me more about it. That is why I am here.
Is that what I said? Well, I can only repeat what I have already told you. Massive burns on the chest caused by an unknown object.
Is that all? An unknown object? What you're saying is different from what you already told me.
I cannot remember. Those were just initial theories, anyway. I have recorded everything in the post-mortem account. Shall I quote from it?
That won't be necessary. It seems Dr. Herman has lost his memory since yesterday. Why is he concealing what he originally wanted to tell me after we had first met? That death report would interest me, but not in his presence.
No, ma jakieś sekrety przed nami. No, a swoją drogą, to widzieliśmy też, jak tu przyszliśmy, że coś chował w śmietniku. Swoją drogą od razu po rozmowie nas wywalił ze swojej chaty.